You know, I don't really get Nintendo. When it comes to video games, Nintendo was always going to be one of the big boys. To a lot of people, the word video game is synonymous with Nintendo. After pioneering the home console business in the 80s, they dropped a slew of first-party IPs and added lots of iconic faces to their brand. Zelda, Kirby, Metroid. These franchises were all birthed on the original Nintendo Entertainment System. The first to debut amongst all these is, of course, Mario, in the Super Mario series of games. Mario is Nintendo's trump card. He's the one they turn to when they need to see some numbers. At this point, Nintendo could pump out a B-rated platformer, slap Mario on it, and I guarantee it would sell millions. Oh wait, they already did that. The series is celebrating its 35th anniversary this year, and the back catalog of Mario games is incredibly expansive. For years, dozens of Mario titles were cataloged with no intention of ports or re-releases. Fans had been clamoring for years to get their hands back on some of Mario's classics in the form of Switch ports. Nintendo finally waved their wand and granted that wish with the surprise release of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, a compilation for the Switch containing Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. There was a catch though. It was a limited edition release, available only through March 2021. To me, this is where things get dicey. Nintendo has invested millions, probably billions, on cultivating the Mario franchise and growing it into something much bigger than the company themselves. To shelve these titles for so many years, just to dangle them in front of fans' faces as part of a limited time deal, seems like a Disney move. I can't share all my thoughts on this compilation without taking up enough time for 2 videos. So in the meantime, let's jump in and explore the only title I've never triple jumped my way through, Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy, originally released on the Wii in 2007, has received critical acclaim for years, and I was so excited to finally play it. Grab your helmets and buckle up. We're taking a trip that defies all time and space. Here we go! The first time I played Mario Galaxy was on the Wii in its original form. We owned the title for several years, and while I played the game a little bit, it wasn't significant enough for me to remember much about it. Upon booting the game up for the first time within 3D All-Stars, memories of that iconic Wii era of Mario came flooding back. Mario Galaxy looks beautiful on the Switch, even by today's standards. The graphics were gorgeous on the Wii, and they still hold up incredibly well. I really felt immersed within Galaxy during my time with the game, and a big part of that is due to the execution of the story and plot in conjunction with a relaxing soundtrack. Galaxy's plot, on the surface, is pretty linear and straightforward compared to most other 3D Mario titles. Mario and pals are enjoying a nighttime festival in the Mushroom Kingdom when Big Bad Bowser swoops in and kidnaps Princess Peach. Mario attempts to stop Bowser, but is launched into space and wakes up on a strange planet. There, he meets Princess Rosalina, who explains that Bowser has taken control of their power source, the mysterious Power Stars. Rosalina asks Mario to retrieve the stolen stars, and offers to help Mario rescue Peach once they are returned. As the game progresses, you begin unlocking pages to a storybook that explains Rosalina's backstory and how the Comet Observatory, the game's main hub world, was created. The addition of the storybook itself added the extra touch of immersion, and it really helped flesh out the game's characters and left the player emotionally attached. It's not often that we see this in 3D Mario titles. Galaxy's gameplay style, like most other Mario games, was extremely far ahead of its time. It was the first Mario game to utilize the new motion control technology that the Wii had introduced in the form of its motion-controlled Wii Remote. Ideally, the player would use the Wii Remote and attachable nunchuck peripheral to control Mario, while simultaneously utilize the point-and-click feature of the Wii Remote to pick up collectibles and control stage hazards. I remember this playstyle feeling very natural, and at one point preferred it to the Pro Controller setup that's now considered the standard. When Galaxy was ported to the Switch, Nintendo made use of the Switch's touchscreen to carry this feature over. When playing in handheld mode, the player simply taps the touchscreen to pick up collectibles and utilize stage features. If the console is docked, the motion control technology within the Switch's Pro Controller is used for this instead. To put it lightly, neither playstyle was ever the intended way for Galaxy to be played. Playing in handheld mode is a disaster. Imagine trying to play an FPS, but instead of using the mouse to aim, you're forced to take your hand off the controls completely and touch your monitor whenever you need to change direction. That's pretty much the gist of it. The touchscreen mechanic seems like a perfect fit to emulate the function of the Wii's motion control, but this mechanic is completely ruined in this port. Unless you only use it when you're in an area with no enemies or hazards, you're likely to die using this at some point. Unless you have 3 arms. Does anyone have 3 arms? While playing with the Pro Controller, the mechanic is better, but still not great. The mechanic is utilized by physically moving your controller while playing the game. This allows for a pretty seamless transition, but any seasoned Mario player will tell you how clunky this feels. Stage completion in 3D Mario games often relies on extremely tight, frame-perfect platforming, and having to worry about also wiggling your controller all over the place really kills the game's immersive feel. Aside from this mechanic, Mario controls as great as ever. It took some time to become accustomed to the port's inverted camera function, but otherwise, playing as Mario is super fun. Jumping from platform to platform isn't as simple anymore. Most surfaces now have their own center of gravity, and Mario can explore all sides to discover hidden secrets. As the game progresses, you'll find yourself in a huge array of creative environments. Shigeru Miyamoto always said that Mario 64 was only half the size he imagined it, and I have to believe that some of the cut ideas carried over into Galaxy. Each planet that Mario can visit has 1 to 3 missions to complete for Power Star rewards, and some have bonus missions that can be completed later in the game. As someone who has the attention span of a rat, I can really appreciate the variety of worlds within Galaxy. I played Mario Sunshine before attempting Galaxy, and compared to Sunshine, Galaxy does a much better job of keeping things fast-moving and fresh on the player's eyes. Trust me, there's nothing more frustrating than being stuck in a certain area for a long period of time. Aside from the game's story and controls, the biggest standout in Galaxy is the soundtrack. The game's composers created these big, bounding, astronomical orchestra compositions that paired perfectly with Galaxy's lunar setting. Each planet features its own anthem, and there weren't too many moments where I felt worn down by hearing any of the music on loop. To add to the immersive feel, Galaxy sound directors took the music a step further and synced the game's sound effects to match the beat of the background track. This technique was previously utilized in Donkey Kong Jungle Beat for the GameCube, and works wonders for Mario Galaxy too. Progressing through the game will also unlock new features of the Comet Observatory, which is the game's main hub world. At the start, the observatory is mostly dim, and the background music is simple and soft. As Mario collects more Power Stars and unlocks different features of the observatory, the background music also changes, evolving from a simple melody to an orchestral masterpiece. It really made me feel like I was a part of Mario's world, and powering up the observatory was a thrilling experience. So, at the end of the day, how did Nintendo do? Super Mario Galaxy didn't offer a lot of firsts for the series, but rather it built upon the groundwork from previous entries. The basic formula of playing stages, collecting stars, and fighting bosses is still in place, but Nintendo piled on loads of bonuses, secrets, puzzles, and platforming tricks that even a Mario pro like myself couldn't manage. What? You guys don't think I'm pro at Mario? Galaxy's port to the Switch may have been poorly executed, but the move overall was a smart one. At the time of this video's release, the original Super Mario Galaxy is 13 years old. There's a whole generation of gamers that likely missed this one during the original release. The port's clunky motion controls are really what holds it back from being an overall delight, which is unfortunate because Mario Galaxy has a lot of creativity and fun to offer. Despite this, you should still play Super Mario Galaxy, no matter what console you choose to play on. I can promise you it's an out-of-this-world experience. Woohoo!